The Hunter Brute and the Troll's Gifts, a Swedish fairy tale. In the ancient times, when the mountains still whispered secrets to the wind, a young hunter named Brute lived in the deep forests of Sweden. One day, in the thickest part of the woods, he saw a giant raven clutching a small gray creature in its sharp talons. Brute quickly drew his bow, and his well-aimed arrow forced the raven to screech and vanish into the clouds. As it turned out, this was no ordinary raven, but an evil shapeshifter, a bitter enemy of the forest folk. The rescued little creature was actually the son of the Troll King. In gratitude, he led Brute deep underground to his father. The king thanked the hunter for saving his son and brought him into his vast treasury. "Choose any 3 gifts," said the king. The hunter's eyes grew wide at the dazzling glitter of gold. But the little troll he had saved leaned in and whispered, "Gold will only turn to dust. Ask for the old rifle, the wooden flute, and the gray donkey." Brute listened to the advice. The trolls were surprised by the human's wisdom, but they kept their word. Letting the donkey go for a moment, Brute set off to the capital with his remaining gifts and entered the service of the king. And that is when the magic began. His rifle never missed a single shot, and whenever he played the wooden flute, game animals would walk out onto the clearing of their own accord. The king grew very fond of the young hunter, but the envy of the courtiers grew faster than Brute's fame. "He is a sorcerer. He is dangerous," they whispered in the monarch's ear. Yielding to their wicked rumors, the monarch called for Brute and commanded, "Rescue my daughter from the witch's castle, or your head will fall upon the chopping block." Brute walked out of the palace gates, completely lost and not knowing the way. Suddenly, the very same gray donkey appeared and spoke in a human voice. "Follow me, I know the path." Together, they crossed treacherous swamps, snow-covered mountain passes, and deep lakes until they finally reached the lair of the witch. The donkey turned to Brute and said, "No matter what you see, do not be afraid. Look danger straight in the eyes." The castle gates were guarded by a terrifying monster with the body of a man and the limbs of a bird. Brute did not look away. He stared intently into its eyes, and the beast, drained of all its power, melted into thin air. The companions stepped into the castle courtyard. The witch met them with a cruel sneer. "For 3 days I shall hide the princess," she hissed. "Find her 3 times, and she is yours to take. Fail even once, and you shall become my slave." Brute decided to spend the night in the stable, where the donkey gave him his first piece of advice. "Look for something that stretches infinitely, yet fits right in your palm." The next morning, Brute searched the castle for a long time. Suddenly, he noticed a silken ball of yarn on the floor and instantly guessed the riddle. The princess was hidden inside. "You found me," the girl smiled. The witch's eyes flashed with rage, and she screamed, "Tomorrow will be much harder." On the second night, the donkey whispered another hint. "Look for something that gives strength to the weak and is born in fire." The following day, Brute found a loaf of freshly baked bread in the castle and understood his friend's advice. Cutting the loaf open, he found the princess inside. Realizing that the donkey was helping his friend, the witch performed a dark ritual. The donkey's mouth closed tightly, and he became mute. In despair, Brute walked down to the lake. A troublesome horsefly landed on his hand. The hunter was about to swat it, but then he heard a tiny, faint squeak. "Brute, it's me!" Finding the princess for the 3rd time, Brute broke the enchantment, and the girl returned to her true form. The witch was so consumed by fury at her defeat that she literally burst with rage, turning into a cloud of black dust. All her dark spells shattered instantly. The sun rose, and the dead, barren land was covered in lush grass and bright flowers. At that very moment, the gray donkey transformed back into the little troll Brute had saved. "You chose loyalty over gold, Brute," he said. "Now you are truly worthy of happiness. Your kind heart became my salvation." The hunter brought the princess safely back home. Overjoyed, the king banished all his deceitful advisors and gave his beloved daughter's hand in marriage to the hero. After the king passed away, Brute ascended the throne. Becoming a wise ruler, he always remembered, true strength lies not in riches, but in a kind heart and a faithful friend.
My little friend, subscribe now and turn on notifications for the next fairy tale.